let's go ahead and get started here. I did do a check earlier, and it seems to be stable right now, so I guess Fridays, it's also a holiday weekend in America. So, like, I imagine lots of people are not working this Friday. But regardless, it seems to be safe today. For now. Alright, fresh account, we're Prestige 8 on Masked Man. I'm gonna keep leveling him up for now. Get the Scar unlocked too. We're still looking for the giant drum mag, ideally. Let's change optics over. Let's go Queen Killer and try that one out. But the goal is to get this leveled up to the point where we can actually use like the big drum mag. Once we get like a fully unlocked Scar, I think we're in a pretty good spot. We can play guns blazing. We do want to back up RPK though, until we get this this unlocked basically, which is gonna be a bit. We probably want to kill some Europans too, I imagine. Killing Europans would mean we can hopefully find that big drum mag without having to buy it. 762. And if we want to kill Europans, we can try Mech Trench. Though it's always a bit sus considering Mech Trench night shift seems to happen a lot. There's, yeah, SDR, there's definitely some growing pains. It will take you a bit. I will say this. The game seems like it wants you to play stealthy, but it actually doesn't want you to play stealthy. Like, predominantly the game is much easier in my opinion if you just lean into murdering things. For the most part, there are a few caveats here and there, but like, trying to play stealthy and conservative, like, is not generally the way to go about it. Yeah, it's learning curve SDR for sure, but like, there is a reason why I play the way I play, right? And like, I play very aggressive. I wouldn't say like belligerently aggressive, but like, if I see enemies in front of me, I will just kill them. Because it's always better to have the initiative. Like, despite the game seeming like it wants you to play stealthy, it's really not the case.
Wake up, rinse and repeat. Stay alive.
But yeah, it's just learning curves. Learning the maps too, and like learning where spawns are. Spawns are like fairly static, so you get used to it. Yeah, it is. It's got definitely potential to it. We'll have to see if they can deliver. Alright, let's go silence for now. The concern being is if we go unsilence, we'll attract the guys outside, which we do not want to do. And the big thing to SDR is just making sure you have a silencer as soon as possible. Like, once you do the intro, you have Aramaki, the first thing you need to do is buy a silencer for the AK. Just never, when you're a newer player, just never don't run a silenced gun. I pulled him back.
Good thing I brought my bullet-resistant coat.
Okay, be careful now, that might have attracted attention behind me. Yeah, the exit probably got aggroed from that. Yeah, the silencers are like the biggest thing new players can kind of have trouble doing, because it's tucked away behind a few menus. Momentum, how's it going? But like, once you use the silencer early on, it makes the game a lot easier.
That's it for us.
Because there is that concern, right, of just like, I wanted to. It's been a bit. It duffs. Now, unfortunately, most of these guys here, I'm pretty sure, to be using M4s, but there should be a few scars around here. Hey, Jay. And one thing too is just figuring out like what spots on maps are good areas of taking fights with, right? Like there's definitely some areas on maps that I avoid fighting in because they are just death traps. But this is like one of the few areas, right, where you can funnel enemies really well. Enemies to some extent do try to avoid to be funneled, but like when they get forced to being funneled, they will funnel. This being a great example of that. Alright, we're getting to the point where I might get HK soon. We've been doing lots of murdering. And if I get HKs, I'm not doing data heist for the other one. How full are we? We're getting very full. But like, I'm already to this point after playing for like, what, maybe 3 or 4 hours this wipe? My self-inflicted wipe, so like... It doesn't take long for you to get to the spot where you can start just mowing things down. That being said, the knowledge gain does have to come eventually, right? There is a learning curve. Yeah, my sprint's like 3 seconds now. Wait, that exo's there. Just standing there menacingly. I could go around the obtuse way. I'm not sure how much I actually want to do these quests. Yeah, I might just dip here. I've already got lots of loot on me. You don't see anything at all. Keep going. Yeah, they're gonna aggro probably. They're very close, if not all the way there. The quick TLDR thieves of the thing, like, I'm only gonna talk about things that they included in the patch. I can talk about a lot more, but just to focus on the things in the patch. Animations for consumables are fine. They're perfectly fine. I have no problems with them. More stuff can be added later. And I do like the fact that you can sprint with small medkits, as opposed to only running or walking with the other two. The stamina is a bit overtuned. They've already, like, nerfed it once, or rather, not nerfed it, but buffed it once. But I think it's just... There might be a bug happening right now that's causing weight or stamina to be way worse than it actually is supposed to be. So, until we see that being fixed, I'm not really... I don't like stamina currently, but the reasons why I might like it might be because of the bug. What else? Weapons I like. I do think they're a bit... So it seems like they applied just a recoil baseline to all of the guns. And I do like that, but I think it's overtuned when it's applied to all of the guns. I think they could probably safely reduce the recoil / shake by half, and then modify it from there for all the different guns. To kind of elaborate on that, I can go show you guys Scrapyard really quickly. It's not aggressive, but like, I don't think it needs to be... Like, I do not think the current recoil in the game is that bad or aggressive at all. To be quite frank, like people who are like saying that the recoil is terrible and it's too aggressive, I had to control it. This is not CS2. They've never played CS2. It's nowhere near as bad. All you have to do is pull down and you're fine. It's not a pattern, it's just pull down. Anyway, I'll show you guys what I mean when I go over to Scrapyard real quick. No idea. I would consider it a pretty high priority bug, so maybe next hotfix, but I don't know what next hotfix of is. But I'll show you recoil in a second, right? And like, it's kind of what I'll say, it's like it's a mix between the old recoil of before and the current new weapon system, right? What the hell are you? Is that painless? Yeah, it's painless. You're not worth 31 hours, sorry. You're probably worth some fucking selling value though. Alright, so this is me like doing no control. So I'm not pulling down on my mouse at all. And this is full auto. And that's an extended magazine for 100 bullets, right? In contrast, this is just me doing a basic pull down. It's really not that hard to control. If you do not like doing recoil, I understand, right? I think they could have this as a baseline and it'd be fine, right? So as opposed to going all the way up to like here, it goes only to like here. Over the full magazine or over the like 90 bullets or something like that. I think they could have it. You do not need a lot of recoil or shake to make bullets inaccurate at the ranges they should be inaccurate. The spread is a different thing entirely, Alpha. Like I am 100% like on board that like the spread has been out of control for a while. 100%. Like I do think that they need to just, you do not need a lot of spread to make people inaccurate. And it doesn't feel right when your bullets are doing like V's out of the barrel. So. And there's also issues, like the big issue too, for example, is like, so like semi, that's still not great to be honest. Holy shit, I didn't even realize that. Like, I'm tapping right now, which is fine, but like if I start bursting, what you'll notice is that it doesn't reset the spread, the deviation, the bloom, whatever you want to call it, during that burst period. And so like you kind of suffer from the same thing as full auto, where your bullets get kind of crazy after a while. Like when you're aiming at like a head or a center mass, right, you don't need bullets going this far out, right? Like hold on, let's get a good idea of like how far these bullets are going in regards to like a cone. That wasn't that bad actually, and hold on, that wasn't that bad in what's it called, third person. So like we're seeing bullets go to like here, here, here. They could probably tighten it by like 75%, maybe even 50%, and go from there. I would probably conservatively start with like 50% reduction in the deviation and see how that feels and then go from there. It could honestly be as small as like 25% and that would probably be enough. The goal is to make sure like the design choice I would make, right, is I would say if you're spraying for headshots, like the deviation should be enough that at a certain distance you're going to miss more than hit. And like, once again, the problem is I think right now what they've done is just they've done like a patch all to all of the guns, and so now it's a question of fine tuning, right? Which is the slow and tedious process. Because like right now, like, the problem is too, is the recoil we have on the RPK is the same recoil we have on the Scar, and the same recoil that we have on on the SMGs and the pistols and so on and so forth. So like all of the guns have the same recoil right now. It just needs to be fine-tuned. Go away. Once they actually get some fine-tuning going on, even if it's just tuning on like the weapon classes and not even individual weapons, that would help out a lot. Because like if I go pull an SMG in, by the way, like if I pull an APC-9 Pro or like any larger magazine SMG, they're all gonna have that same issue, right? Of like they're gonna have the same recoil, which feels weird when you're like 9mm is very controllable, or like even gamified, right? It still should be too. All right, did I find my big boy magazine? I did, yay. All right, we now have the SCAR we actually like, and we are good. The SCAR is like the de facto just like, I want to murder everything gun, for when you want to just not care about like noise in any capacity. I still need a pack mule, so let me start working on that also. I might have enough to buy one. How expensive is the pack mule again? 500k? Yeah. Might not be there yet. I don't know, we're making a lot of money though off these IFFs. There we go. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna get there with all the IFFs. We're almost there. Okay, I need to go back. For some reason in this current patch you need to like go back and forth so you can actually buy things, but whatever. Alright, we now have a pack mule. Top high quality, medium high quality, left high quality. So we need a left, right, bottom right. Okay, we need those. We'll equip. Characters, bundleton. So we need a left high quality, a right high quality, a bottom left high quality, and a bottom right high quality. Perfect. Alright, and now we can carry whatever we want. I don't think so. We just haven't been selling them consistently. And like we've been looting lots of people. I don't think so though. At least not that I've noticed. RPK. We don't really need an RPK anymore. I mean, as a backup gun, it's not bad, I will say. Bring 100 extra rounds for it. Wait, do we have ammo for it actually at all? 7.62? That's fine. It's just our sidearm basically at this point. Alright, quests. I haven't done stairway yet in this run, and I haven't done underground cemetery. But is there really a reason to? Probably not. I think, Polzy, that's part of the reason, like, there's not progression right now, Polzy, so, like, the reason why they're low is to give something people to farm for, right? Especially considering you can craft that item now. It definitely feels like it's like a late game item of like, hey, go farm these and get like a reward for it. It's supposed to be a chase goal. I can do downtown. I'll find explosives and raid for that. I found a few, maybe like one or two earlier. Just by happenstance.
Gotta keep a record in the event
Yeah.
of death.
So the reason why stamina feels really bad right now, for example, is there's a bug with weight. Essentially, let me try to, like, so I have one of these medkits, right? You can see how I'm gaining like 6 kilograms this one medkit. Or like essentially what's happening is the weight of items is being multiplied by the number of containers you have. And I'm not sure if it's UI or the actual factual weight. If it's just UI, stamina is way overtuned. If it actually is weight, and that's how it calculates weight, that means the whole weight system's busted. Which means the stamina feedback's kind of tainted. I mean, that's the kind of the problem though with low percentage chances of getting things, is that you just do get unlucky sometimes. Like, if it's a 1% chance, a 0.1% chance, a 0.5% chance, that, like, you can go lots of, you know, times and not get lucky. Alright, I need to kill your opens, and I need to just blow up a fuel tank.
As long as I'm the last one standing.
What the hell was that? Virtue stamina. Hey, Ponderosa. It's been fine. It doesn't really change my playstyle at all, it just made it slower. I still figure out the best solution to most problems is just killing things. I mean, you can still sell the guns, right? But yeah. I don't really care for crafting just because the crafting doesn't really do anything for me intrinsically, or like, it doesn't, like, yeah, I just don't like the whole crafting system really. Helicopter, helicopter.
We decide what happens next.
Probably need to go up the back way.
Everyone for themselves. Some sort of plan?
Okay, apparently the thing's upset with me. Tank, no. Leave me alone. I mean, I don't, that's not the reason why I don't like it. It's because I don't like the whole IRL crafting timer thing. Like, I'm perfectly fine with rare, I love MMOs, right? I'm perfectly fine with rare components that you have to grind for. But it's not a system I really engage with just because I don't really care for the whole...
I think
If I don't like something about a system, I just won't engage in that system if I can help it, right? And because I don't like the IRL timers of it, I just don't engage with it. Alright, there's usually explosives up here too, you can just probably use. For sure. I would say Dirty Harry, I'm not that familiar with how peer-to-peer games do on consoles, but like, the big thing they'll have to figure out is definitely the networking. It feels way busier here with this quest. I don't remember this area being so clusterfucky, but it might be the quest for altitude adjustment. Yeah, the only problem though is that if they were gonna get rid of it, it feels like the time to do that would have been with water, but it seems like it's still existing, so it feels like there's a reason why it's still here.
Oh, this is what it's all for.
There we go. Come here, you. And like, the thing is too, we got the weapon tech bench, or the weapon crafting bench, after they got Water 3.0. So like, yeah. Yoink. Alright, did he kill some Europans and then we're good.
Whittle them down and we can break out.
We can get out of this clusterfuck in the meanwhile. Equipment runner. Crusher. That should be your first thing you save up for, is the runner. It's like the best jack of all, it's the best jack of all trades, like backpack basically, that you can use with all characters. The pack mule is really good, but the pack mule has the issues of it's much more expensive than the runner, and only a few characters can use it. So by far the equipment runner. Just save up for that, buy it, and then that'll basically carry you through the entire game, really. I believe it will, Dirty Harry, but like I would say Ready or Not had a very polished release, right? Like, we'll have to see how much they can polish this game up. Like, the biggest sin, right, is they really just need to figure out how to, like, they need to fix peer-to-peers, essentially, right? The peer-to-peer experience is just too janky. And I haven't played it in a while, so I'll try it again, but like I've heard nothing but bad things about peer-to-peer in this particular game, right? Peer-to-peer always has its issues, but this game just hits different with it, apparently. So you've probably told some, like, so far there seems to be a drawback of the Scar, especially on a map like this, and there is the drawback, right, of using an unsilenced gun just brings more and more attention. So like when you use a Scar, you're not gonna have lots of downtime. It's going to be lots of shooting, McShooter face. I know I'm wrong too. Like, they are looking for console, right? Like they mentioned that many times that they're looking to do like a PS release. So I'm sure they'll do well in that regard. It's very important to have a good first impression, I think, in that capacity. Yes, yes, yes. 10%. Let's see here. The main unkillables are gonna be the Orgamech, the like Orgamech minis, or like the Orgamech variants, like Kolketa, Mr. Cold Cuts, the Captain Chin, all that good stuff. The Grabber, Mother Courage. Basically the like Toothy. The unkillables of before is the things you still can't kill with the grenade launcher. Speaking of, might as well go ahead and buy one, just to have on hand. So expensive. All right. Grenade launcher. Just to have on hand. I can probably get more later, but just wanted to have one. Grenade launcher. Apparently, I think people were saying you need like 30 grenade launcher shots now to kill a medium mech. I guess you can go try that out. Essentially, medium mechs are no longer like got that weird stigma of like them being unkillable, right? They just are quite beefy now. We'll try a 48 and go from there. Let me bring some drills for this also. Bring 2 drills just in case. We're bringing some meds. We'll bring a jump. Alright, that should be good. Get out of here, Ben. Oh, what, for the medium mechs, Disco? Pulsey, no, Pulsey. I have bad news. Even a silenced 50 cal is not silenced. And the silencers have no nuance, it's binary. And also, just because barrel thick doesn't make it silenced. It could be a water-cooled jacket. Just because look like thick barrel does not make silencer. Are we gonna medium mech fights actually? Or is that Rat King over there to the left? Ooh, can we get a Rat King actual, a Rat King Codex 2? That'd be pretty dope. Oh, actually, I only see, is it just Rat King? Okay, we have medium mechs over there. Is it Rat King over here, or is it some other mech? That's usually Rat King over here. I mean, they did for a bit in ASCO, for a very brief period. I would imagine so, Disco. It is basically just a variant. I guess we'll find out. Can they sync kill each other? Nope, just Stompfest. That makes sense. I guess we'll kill the Survivor. The T90s apparently should help too now. Apparently they shoot a lot better now with their main guns. Hey, Blood. As they get more and more sync kill those, I'm sure it'll be better. I need to actually like sit and watch Yoruska and Europa fight. I haven't had a pitched battle between them yet. Also, apparently the collision's a bit janky, but it is what it is. Oh, Rat King's dead. Nobody look. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, I will say too, keep in mind that the Rat King did hit these guys a bit, so it might be that like these guys are lower than they should be. I do like they actually have dead animations now. That's a big part of it also. It was always weird when T-posed. And so far they're pretty damn tanky. Alright, that knocked it down. That was most of my grenade launcher ammo to kill one of those. And I brought about 48 rounds in, and it got shot by, or got, I guess, meleeed by racking up a few times. Hey, Jacob. Ifo. I do like, I hope the bodies are persistent too. That would be really cool, right? Is just having the persistent bodies around. I feel like people would be much more okay with the railgun, and like the naysayers would be drowned out even more if just all the units could die from sync kills / just combat with each other units. Even like Mother Courage is right and stuff like that. Well, there, Polsey, remember last patch, Polsey, right? They made it that like the medium mechs just couldn't die at all. And they've fixed that now. Alright, another medium mech down. That's all 3 of them down now. No, okay, I will say, I do... Okay, on that note, I will probably give them feedback on this. There should be a certain tier of units that are not despawnable, I think. I think medium mechs... I think, like, specials and medium mechs and above should never despawn when they die. Hey, Jamie. I think the ambiance of seeing these units across the battlefield being dead is too important. Do they have collision at all? Okay, they do have a collision. The gun doesn't, though. I also think, too, they just make for such a good prop for maybe, like, potential things in the future, like salvaging. Yeah, I can understand, like, Dirty Harry, like, they need to, like, for, like, small units like cyborgs or enemy infantry that need to despawn them because they happen, like, they respawn so common. But for units that shouldn't be respawning mid-raid, like medium mechs or tanks, I think it's okay. And I think it's atmospheric, too. Yeah, I can understand why they can't do bodies, though. Like, maybe tanks and above, too. Like, maybe they could do, I don't know, something. I would be much more okay with them getting rid of the effects, like the burning, as opposed to actually, like, the bodies themselves. But I think there should be a certain caliber of corpse that stays in the battlefield. Yeah, the burning going away, like, the fact the burning lasts longer than the actual corpses is always a bit weird. But not bad, though, 2 codexes. Right, we used all our grenade ammunition, but we got 2 codexes, so we should be rich now. What do you mean by small? You just mean more infantry? I think they can get away with doing more variants, but like, yeah, it depends. The biggest thing I think they need to do with infantry is just fix the weird, like, the speed bug, right?
Everyone for themselves.
Enemies sprinting in the game just kind of go crazy. Thanks, Jimmy. Appreciate it. You can thank Vinny for a lot of that. Vinny gives out lots of gift subs. We do have lots of infantry. Like, I would just rather see them diversified a bit more, perhaps, or like really, I just want them to like. I want 2 things really in infantry right now. I want them to fix the acceleration / sprinting abnormalities, and then actually add some good sound effects or some more sound effects to enemies moving around. Enemies right now kind of have the weird quirk of, hold on. That went through the goddamn railing.
It's raining bullets.
I will say, the bodies flying around is satisfying. I'm glad they did that. I don't know if he streams or not. I wasn't aware if he streams, but like he just comes in and pops in some gift subs here and there. Yoink. I love that you can mantle over them. Oh, good old stamina.
Damn, close call.
That was pretty successful.
On a day of close calls.
I mean, just because we got 2 codexes, really. We didn't loot anything else. But unless they didn't change anything, that should be lots of experience plus, like, 600k a pop. So yeah, we're prestiged up now again. And now if we could, like, go to any of the vendors, right, let's just go to Grillo. Oh, Grillo doesn't like me. I can understand, I did kill some medium mechs. Yeah, 640k a pop. If I go to a vendor who actually likes me, though, but it's still 640k, sure. I'm rich. There is your god now. Reduced to a codex and sold to Aramaki. Alright. Build tree. We don't need to build you. Build doghouse. Build music. We can do the TVs, because why not? We have 1 mil left. That works for now. Just cosmetic. It's such a beautiful wall. It's always gonna stay this way. I have saved this account from the taint. Who's a good boy? Yeah, they've worked on a few, right? I think most, if not all of them, are industry veterans at this point, so they've worked on quite a few different titles. Alright, I think it's time to do Stairway at least once. I haven't played it on this account yet, so we get to have the Stairway experience. Alright, 762. Downtown, we just did it. I'll do it again in a few. don't like Stairway. You're very much correct. I do not like Stairway. I think it's my worst map in the game. It's either that or Cemetery. I think it's the worst map in the game.
Gotta keep a record.
Cemetery at least has a gimmick.
Death.
Unless it's the rainy one, correct. Just kidding. Yeah, overall I like the new update. It needs lots more tuning, and well, yeah, it just needs lots more tuning and more TLC on certain items that they've. It needs more nuance to it, essentially, right? A lot of the stuff they like introduced seems to be mainly global stuff. Now it's more about like getting down to the nitty gritty and addressing like particular things or particular characters and so on and so forth. What do you mean by fuel rework? You mean water? I mean, the easiest solutions, right, is just add alternate pathways on the sides or up above and down below. Like, it's supposed to be this very vertical map, I feel like, but it's also just not that vertical because the top doesn't interact with the bottom at all and vice versa. So the first things I would do is I would break out different areas on the sides of the stairway, I think, and have alternate routes of varying risks. Like, you could have the center stairway be the main causeway through the map, that's perfectly fine and well, but you can have like these buildings on the side or like crash bombers or other things, right, along the side here that you tangent off to and come back, right? If you want to have the center of the map be stairway, that's perfectly fine and well, but you need to like break out like other areas of the map, right? It can't just be going up and down the staircase, right, which is just what it currently is, right? It would, Blade, it would be a lot of work in my opinion. And it would be kind of contrary to all of the time saved on, like, Nanite, right? Oh my god. I might die because I accidentally shot dog. Yep. That feels like it was kind of a out-of-the-way grab. That felt like the dog teleported a bit to do that. Yeah, the dog's unkillable. You can stun it with a railgun, but like at that point you're with a group and it's just weird. Alright. Did not get my 2K experience. Yeah, dog during the day shift of that map. That's kind of, for example, too, why like I'm not a big fan of the map either. Is you don't really have alternate pathways at all. It's up and down the staircase. It's fine, Jake. They introduced a lot of systems that were necessary to slow down the game, but they didn't really, like, the systems need a lot more just TLC to them eventually. Well, let's go M4, I think, for a bit. It's a good baseline for the game, but at the same time, it just needs more work. Let's go to, like, maybe... Sure, why not? Were there? I didn't really notice any slight audio changes, except for maybe, like, the tap firing of guns. The quality of life update too for buying stuff has been nice. Like a little bit ragey here and there. It feels smoother, but like maps like downtown still have their issues. All right, take two.
Has our luck run out?
It's a lot of blur. Ugh. All right. They did. There are still some issues with it, but they broke out semi-burst and full auto. I want to put that in quotations though, because there's still issues with bursting. But it's more of an issue with just bullet deviation more than anything else.
We decide what happens next.
Alright, should be good. That's nice, Ragey. And I do like the weapon feel. The weapons feel a lot better. It's just there's a few things I would like to see get addressed relatively quickly. Because at a certain point, right, I think they can just like, well, there's the endless task of like tuning guns to be not bespoke per se, but just different among their peers.
Diminishing by the second.
Like right now, recoil has been applied to all the guns, but in a very just kind of uniform way. Yeah, I mean, like, they only have so many audio engineers if, like, I'm not sure exactly how many, but, like, yeah, it's the problem, too, of having 44 guns with different attachments is, like, how much can you really do to alter the sound without going to each gun and then manually doing it, which is slow work. Especially when you probably can't afford to go sample all of the gun sound at a gun range.
Eyes on us. Spread out.
I mean, yeah, there's always like the just go buy the audio, go acquire the audio from a third-party source, right? But like, Fundog does seem to have the desire to do things their own way or themselves. Especially when it comes to more artistic things like art or sound.
I think they spotted us. That's it for us.
All right, up we go. The personal data we need is at the very top here, so like, yeah, we have these few side buildings here and there, but like they're very shallow and there usually is not anything in them except for maybe a crate or two. I would expand the sides out by a lot, right? Like you can kind of do like almost a chutes and ladders sort of style of map where you have different side paths that go up or down or go one way or both ways and so on and so forth with varying risks.
We could sneak past. Might be able to avoid them entirely.
You could even do it to the point too where like maybe parts of the stairway are destroyed. And it requires to go like different paths. Is that wrecking? Should have brought a drill. There's sometimes a drill up here, I will say, actually. Okay, no, it's not wrecking, it's just a regular medium mech. Let down. Alright, looking for a laptop. I will take some water, because why not?
Hey, I live for this. Please, give me time.
Alright, no laptop over here, I see. Might be on the other side. There's the drill, I think, right? Yeah. Think that's over there? Yeah, laptop.
This is it. We decide what
But no,
happens
yeah,
next.
like what you just saw is like basically how stairway plays every single time. It just go up or down the staircase. There's not really any choice in pathing or going left or right. It's all kind of doesn't. It's all moot. Well, like Jake, the reason why I play games is because I like to make choices, and like have those choices be rewarded. There's not really a choice on this map. It's just like going the left side of the staircase or the right side of the staircase doesn't really have any. It's all the same. Yoink. And by that it's boring? Sure. You can have simple maps that are still interesting. Like, for example, well, usually the interesting fact is like how it plays out, right? But this map doesn't play differently from any other map. Just that it's linear. But like, that's the whole thing with like Cemetery too, right? Like, a gimmick map is only interesting for a certain amount of time before it kind of gets, you know, boring. These are the $5. I wouldn't say it's monotonous. It is a narrator voice, but I would say, like, it does border on monotonous. But it's not necessarily the goal to be monotonous. I wouldn't necessarily avoiding the dog as a choice, Jacob. I mean, the problem is avoiding the dog on Cemetery. It kind of plays the same way over and over again. And like, the only saving grace of Cemetery is that it's novel, right, in comparison to different maps. Like, Stairway plays the same as other maps, it's just that it's linear, right? Cemetery at least has the plus side where it plays a bit differently. I'm by no means saying Cemetery is a good map, but like, it does do a better job than Stairway in my opinion. Alright. I can tell you right now, I am already so sick of prestiging up. I did not miss doing this in any capacity. It's this weird thing, right? Because like, whenever you think of leveling up, right, you think like you're unlocking new stuff and being rewarded for progression, but that's not the case in this game, right? It's actually like prestiging up feels kind of bad, at least initially, until you start like racking up lots of prestiges and getting lots of extra like HP for that. To see how it was, Jacob, on like, to get a full understanding or a full feeling of how draconian stamina and recoil is, I feel it's somewhat unfair to play with like very high level characters who can just buy these unlocks, right? So it's, if I'm trying to give like a proper, I think, a review of stamina, or a few other mechanics, it feels like it's important to start on a somewhat fresh bearing. It can't be purely fresh because I still have my knowledge of the game, but like it can be at least somewhat fresh. We haven't done elephant yet. I guess I'll do downtown first. And downtown kind of is the same way, right? Where like there's not enough depth to downtown where it feels like I'm making any meaningful choices in my opinion. Like it's a very beautiful map, don't get me wrong, and like the combat on it looks cool and shit, but it's just on a gameplay level, it doesn't have a lot to it, I feel like. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a QA person literally, but I've worked with QA before. Mainly because they were QA testing my shit, but yeah. But it's Jacob, it's not necessarily a QA thing, in my opinion. It's more of a philosophical or like perspective thing, right? Like, it's hard to understand someone's perspective without trying to get into someone's viewpoint, right? It's hard to empathize when you don't try to put yourself in their shoes. And so, like, if I see a new player complain about stamina, if I say that they're wrong with my, like, 300-hour account with all the unlocks and money and, like, upgrades, I'm not understanding their perspective, right? And I'm not saying I can do a perfect job either, because I do have the experience of the game, but I can do a better job. He flew good. You mean the commander, Midnight, or actual Pyro? Toothy can spawn near Pyro if you have the commander quest, but like that's just you getting unlucky.
Eyes on us. Spread out.
Oh, there's the frame drops. Yep. This map has quite a few of those. Alright, we're here to blow up the fuel tank and then lots of antennas. But no, predominantly on this map, like there's only like one or two buildings. Like there's like one or two POIs really, if you can even if you squint your eyes. There's a few buildings you can go inside like this one, but they're very shallow. And they usually are just like loot rooms and not necessarily like areas where enemies can fight you. There's a helicopter over the helipad. I wonder when they're actually gonna do some TLC on the helicopters, because the helicopters have been derpy for so long. But like, no, like for example, this is like one of the few indoor quotation marks areas of the map, and it's just a few loot container areas. I mean, it looks cool, yeah. I would say it's probably like a C+, B- for gameplay in my book. I still think by far Frozen Swamp's the best map in the game, and it's not close. Because mainly the capacity of like Frozen Swamp is the only map that I feel is an actual extraction shooter map. And I would like, if I was going to compare Frozen Swamp to other maps and extraction shooters, it wouldn't even be that good in my opinion. But like, it's the only one that I feel like checks the check boxes of an extraction shooter.
Extract the good stuff.
Jamie, what do you mean exactly? I mean, like once again, I refers to like this is, in the grand scheme of things for map rankings, this is like middle of the pack for me.
As long as I'm the last one standing?
I should probably go up the back way. We'll try the front way first, I guess, as long as it's not guarded. Yep, they flew. Did they live too? Did they just get sent to the 3rd floor? Okay. They probably need to add fall damage if they're gonna do that. Don't be wrong, it looks cool, but like when they don't die from it, it looks really derpy. Very funny though. I mean, as like an asset like conglomeration, like what's the right word for it that's used in like modeling? What's it called? As a kit bash, yeah, I mean it works. But like, if I ever go to the back rooms of this map, I actually kind of prefer the less detailed voids. Like, don't get me wrong, I really enjoy all of the polys and details here, right? It looks really cool. I don't mind. Like, I would, if less detailed maps meant we got bigger maps. It's not that simple, to be honest. But if it meant we got bigger maps, I would be way on board for less detailed, bigger maps. Don't get me wrong, the amount of detail here and all the assets too is like looks really cool, right? But if it's very time consuming to do all that, I would rather have other things. That's not just my personal preference as opposed to anything else. I believe it was maybe like last Friday, correct me if I'm wrong, we did like a stream of this map where we went to the back rooms of this map. The back rooms being basically the out of bounds, right? And they like just like there was lots of like these large sprawling expanses of open spaces that still felt atmospheric, very atmospheric, despite being essentially empty voids of like basically broken terrain. All right, time for the antennas now. I don't feel safe. Let's go the long way around. I don't feel safe either way. Me no feel safe. No. Bad boy. You see nothing. You can't shoot at me because I'm below your gun. Ow, ow, ow.
Check those corners.
Run. Take the damn stem. Get up there. Jump, you feed. Alright, now we need to go up here and blow some towers and we're good. But thankfully, I did check earlier, so in their patch notes they mentioned they closed out a few of the ways of getting out of bounds on this map. Not my way. Now, the fall damage they've reintroduced has been a bit, you cannot use pneumatic jump without taking lots of damage right now from falling. So, right now my way out of bounds, unfortunately. What the hell? Oh. Okay, first person's bugged for me. My camera is bugged. Understood.
Uh,
I don't feel
flying is
safe.
always an option.
What is going on? Oh god. Camera, please. What happened to my camera? Alright, I cannot ADS, I think, at all anymore. I think my camera is a bit scuffed. Does swapping guns fix it? No, not at all. And they are not dropping aggro at all. Oh, I have HKs on me, that's probably why. There's an HK nearby keeping them aggroed. Chopper? Chopper saving me? Yo, I'm just gonna live here now. Save me, Chopper. Save me from the mean bug. All right, let me go try and do this quest while I'm bugging out right now. How did this even happen? All right, first one's up here. I need one more explosives. That's usually up here also. Yeah. Boop. Alright, there's one down. The camera is shaking too. This is weird. I weirdly don't hate it. I don't like the position, but I really don't hate the camera bob, though I would probably get sick of it pretty quickly. It's probably only because it's novel right now. I would probably get bored of it or angry at it. That's technically food. Time to eat some dirt. I think Mason at this point, where now Gunhead's the character that has infinite stamina, the trade-off is even stronger for Gunhead now. So I think the caveat of him not being able to heal is like perfectly even more fair now.
Everyone for themselves.
I do, for co-op purposes, I do think your teammates should be able to pick you up, because that's just not fun gameplay for a group, like a co-op setting. Especially if they ever make raids longer. Did not mean to. So like, I do think that like you should be able to pick up Gunhead companions and raid, but like maybe they get reduced health, like only half health at that point or something like that. But yeah, I don't feel safe, but whatever. No, 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 no. Curse you, clipping. Oh god, the splash damage. I have to complete my quest. No, don't you fucking dare shoot me, HK. Come on, meds, meds, baby. Candy bar, that works. Oh god. Come here, baby. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We're okay. We're fine. Everything's perfectly fine. Oh, it fixed it. We're good. Everything worked out in the end. Until it didn't. Yeah, like that's a perfectly fine trade-off, right? It's like, hey, if you want to like play Sprinty McSprinterson, you can do so, but the caveat is you can't heal. But I still do think, yeah, like you should be able to get picked up as Gunhead as in Raid, just because it's a co-op thing, right? Like it feels really lame if you're playing with friends for co-op to play a character who dies and gets permadead, unlike anyone else. Oh, Mr. Media Mech, who screwed me up earlier.
I think they spotted us. Good for us.
I wonder if they can actually get to the point where they can kill it, right?
As long as I'm the last one standing.
Alright, I would loot them, but I want to leave and live, so... I don't agree with that, Jamie. If it is, it needs to be rare, but also I would say, like, just being able to pick him up is fine enough, right?
Always a pleasure, folks.
Like, maybe as a super late game item, but like it is a perfectly fine drawback for his character. And in a way, that's literally what being picked up is, right? Is your character's healing you, or your co-op teammates healing you? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Alright, that's good. Don't need to worry about any of this, really. Alright. The elephant. Oh, we can try doing this. It's probably not going to be done in one raid. It's definitely usually a multi-raid thing to do. Can we kill a Red Baron? Probably. We do have a grenade launcher available. Come on, show me elephant. I mean, that's kind of elephant, right? Okay. Let's go over just to the RPK. Yeah, RPK. So that we can be silenced for this, at least when we want to be silenced. I need ammo. Are you off cooldown yet? You are. All right, we have that. We don't really need any what's it called? Actual grenades. Now just meds. Maybe a few drills just in case. 2 drills is probably plenty. And we should be good. Yeah, as you can see though too, like full damage is really brutal right now. They've vastly increased it from last patch. There's a bit of RNG into it too.
In the event of my death.
Alright, so we need to find containers, we need to kill Eurasians, and we need to kill Red Baron. Well, Pixel, you know the weight number is bugged, right? Yeah, I mean the only problem with that is it's pretty brutal scope creep. Like the problem really is like I love the idea of melee, but it's like so far down the priority list and requires so much work to do just to have something that's occasionally useful. Because like you would need to animate all of the weapons for every single like how many weapons are there gonna be? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? How many enemies can use them? Are those enemy skeletons different? So like you need melee animations, right? You probably need a variety of melee animations. It's a lot of work to do a melee system when it's not really being asked for in the game front and center. I wouldn't mind seeing a bayonet stab, but like that's like all I would probably want to see, right? It's just a bayonet stack. So we have a weapon or two with bayonets on it.
As long as I'm the last one standing.
I would imagine though, Pixel, having a gunhead in a unit would actually probably be really useful because like if you guys aren't like right on top of each other, one of you get downed, gunhead's like a great go pick up character, right? Yeah, like it's unfortunately it's the way it is Midnight, right? It's a lot of work and it's scope creepy. It like in the end of the day, it doesn't really add lots of gain.
Don't miss. Make every shot count.
You know, maybe in Winter 2, when they have lots more money and lots more people, we might see stuff like that. All right, are we gonna have medium mech or Rat King? I cannot tell yet.
As long as I'm the last
That's
one standing.
feeling like a medium mech. Yeah, it's 2, so it's medium mechs. That did so much fucking damage to me, my god. What? I killed a few of them, okay?
Make every shot count.
They shot first. Yeah, this is feeling very, very unsafe to do this. with those medium mechs being there. I didn't mean to do that. God, fucking pleasure boxes. The world's longest. Oh my god, I hate the knockdowns so much. It's just way too long. Blessing, is there something you're trying to say? I could break it down for you how this works if you'd like. Alright, let me get another grenade launcher back. I can't explain the concept of niches. Yoink. Though the only downside, I'm pretty sure I've used all my 40 mil right there. So it might be a second. Bunker, how much do you got? 12? That's enough to kill Red Baron, actually. I mean, it's tight, but it's enough to kill Red Baron. The only problem is going to be the second exo, I imagine. But as long as we kill Red Baron quickly, it should be okay. Grenade launcher. Any of these will work, I think. Meds are gonna be an issue, I think. Alright, we got you. We'll bring 3 drills in. Some med kits, and this is fine. We have just enough to kill Red Baron. I mean, I got plenty. It's just more about a time thing. Well, time and willpower. I will add willpower into there too. I have like I've been actively working on for a bit. It's just taking a back street to school work in the recent times. And I'll probably put out a patch video this weekend, just because those are easy to do. There's just me talking into a mic for literally like 15 minutes. But there's one in the tank that's been in the tank for a while. It's in scripting still, but it's taking a backseat. Elephant is small. Oh my god. Elephant is actually a small map, it's just that it looks bigger than it is. I'm not saying I'm not making videos, it's just that just because I don't make videos every month or every week or every like couple months doesn't mean I'm not making videos, it just means that like I'm not currently putting them out. They're not finished. Elephant looks a lot bigger than it is, right? But lots of it has the illusion, right? Because there's lots of things outside of the map that look like they're part of the map, but they're just there for like atmospherics. Like, keep in mind, like this looks like it's part of the map, right? But it's really not, it's just the background. Those hills over there look like they're part of the map, but they're just the background. If you go in this direction a little bit, you're out of bounds, basically. I mean, Pixel, I don't really like doing content like that. I do the patch videos because I can actually just do, like, I can say what the patch is about and, like, cover anything they missed in the patch notes themselves, while also giving my opinions. But, like, I don't like videos strictly like that. I have done one of them in the past where I did, like, 5 good things, 5 bad things. But, like, I would do another one of those in a heartbeat. I don't generally want to do, like, low-effort videos. That's literally what the streams are for me, is this low-effort content. I just play a game and talk.
Everyone for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, you can go over there too, right? Like, the map is pretty wide, right? But it's not very deep. It's got a lot of length, but not a lot, or it's got a lot of width, but not a lot of length. So it does a very good job with the illusion, but it's not that big of a map. Oh my god, I fucking hate the knockdown. Yep, this is fantastic. Am I stuck right now? Oh yeah, I'm hard blocked, okay. Yeah, this is okay. This is fine. This is okay, everyone. Alright. Apparently, I don't think the game developers probably knew either. Alright, well that was something. I'm guessing I got ragdolled into a, or knocked down into a prop, and then it didn't know how to fix me. Alright, well, that's something. Apparently the game is saying just don't bother with exos because of the chain stagger. Heard. You know what? Heard. Let me restore my rig here. And we're looking at an expensive gun. The ammo's cheap. Ammo's never been expensive. You know, using a 100k gun is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. It's mainly about the time cost too, right? I'm just like, okay, now it's behind a wall waiting for an hour. Jamie, that will happen occasionally. It is what it is. That's the caveat of YouTube. Alright, let's run it back one more time, and this time Sans Red Baron.
Oh, we should have chosen another exit.
Alright, we need to kill some Eurasians, and we just need to, like, look for containers, I think, mainly. Actually, let's stay semi for now. It's like a theater of war thing? I mean, I collectively think the quests kind of suck. I mean, I'm going to agree with them in that capacity.
This is it. We decide
The
what
quests
happens
feel
next.
like boilerplate quests for like an MVP. Like they needed to have some quests to get the game out, so they just threw some quests together that are very simple to make.
I got something for
The Bungo quest line's cool, but like, I would say like, yeah, lots of quests are kind of worthless. Or just not interesting in doing, right? Like, yeah. They can give you a goal outside of your own goals, right, of just looting and shooting, but like, on a, I would say on a pretty basic level, the most of them are like overly simple. And like, it's one of those things, right, where like, it is not just the quest's fault either, it's lots of different things. It's hard to have interesting quests when you don't have interesting locations on your maps.
We might make it.
Or when maps are pretty shallow, right? Yeah, I'm sure we'll see more Theater of War stuff eventually, right? I'm sure they'll piecemeal them in over and over again.
This is it. We decide what happens next.
It's also Pixel, I will say too. Like, getting to 25, which is kind of like what you needed to get to before, wasn't a big deal. And like, that's when most characters you just didn't need to bother upgrading anymore, right? So going from 25 to 50, like, it was only people who wanted to grind to do. And like, I don't know, quests are kind of the same way to me, I think, right? It's like, they are really only there right now to be just because there needs to be quests in a game like this. I think like Tarkov does have like the problem with lots of Tarkov quests being kind of dumb, but like the nice thing about Tarkov quests, right, is they do ask you to, despite some of the quests being really fucking silly, they do a good job of touching on different play styles and promoting you to do things outside your comfort zone, right? Like, for example, I mention this all the time, like, I don't consider myself a very aggressive Tarkov player. I'm much more of like, I'm perfectly fine going through a map, looting and leaving without shooting anything, if that's what the current time calls for. But I'm also perfectly happy too with a quest go shotgunning in dorms. Like, that quest will push me outside of what my normal play pattern is. And so the problem with exactly like right now, right, is we don't really have any other play patterns in this game, I think, other than really just shooting things. Like, the people who want to play this game stealthily, sure, but like, there's not really a reason to. In Tarkov, there's lots of reasons to play stealthy. In this game, there's not really a whole lot. And you're actively making the game harder for doing so. Where I wouldn't say it's the same for Tarkov. There's lots of reasons to be stealthy in Tarkov. Jamie, like, back in the day, forever ago, I'm not really a COD player, but I have played, like, maybe Black Ops 1 zombies. It was forever ago. But I was never, like, a zombies enjoyer, right? It's like something I hopped into and played a bit here and there, but, like, never really sat down with for extended periods of time. I know some people go really hard in zombies. I'm not one of them. I was much more of a Left 4 Dead 2 kind of person back in the day. I played a lot of Left 4 Dead 2 with friends. And 1, Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. Oh no, there's definitely circumstances too, right, in Left 4 Dead 2 and 1 where like the AI director could get really mean sometimes and throw lots of really aggressive shit your way. It was actually kind of the beauty of like the versus mode in Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 of like setting it up perfectly where you perfectly like a House of Fallen cards pick off all the survivors at the same time. I mean, it is buggy. I wouldn't say it's too buggy. Like, it's not buggy to the point of being unplayable. Now, I will add the caveat though, like if you're trying to strictly play co-op, it might actually be too buggy to be playable. I can understand that perspective. But if you're just a solo gamer playing offline, yeah, I don't have an issue. I wouldn't consider it too buggy. Peer-to-peer though is a different story entirely. Yeah, Lordos is like Lordos is a great example. Like, both the Lordos questline and the Bunker questline are both good examples of like different quests that kind of shake it up a bit too, right?
Fill those pockets quick.
All right, I need a few more cyborgs. I need one more charging system, but that might not happen on this run.
I think they spotted us.
But yeah, lore or just bespoke quests that aren't necessarily repeatable. Almost in a way like pixel progression quests, kind of, sort of. Did I bring drills? I did not bring drills. Okay. Are there Euruscan mechs though here too? There are not. Just tanks, I think? Yeah, just tanks. Well, I think all characters should be able to revive Gunhead. I don't have a problem with any of that. I am someone who like wants to try to abide by the lore or like my internal lore to the most extent. But at the same time, if something needs to happen for gameplay purposes, I'm gonna do it for gameplay purposes, right? If I have to shift the lore or what I'm exactly doing a little bit to accommodate the actual gameplay mechanics, I'm going to do that.
Whittle them down and we can break out.
I would rather have a fun game that has decent lore than a game with amazing lore but is an absolute fucking slog. Oh my god. Why can you pan down that much? I'm here for your Ruskins, not for you guys. There we go. Loot all here. Got plenty of room left, I think. Actually, we're running out of room a little bit. Alright, I need to kill 6 more Euruskins. Or sorry, Eurasians. Which might actually be a hard ask, because I don't think they respawn that aggressively here. Drones count, though, thankfully. Hey. I am helping you, idiot. Stop it.
Keep together.
Are we good? Alright, I just need to leave, actually. Oh well. Hey, Jamie. I'm sure Fundon likes that. The more publicity, the better, right? Well, to a certain extent. We don't need to have the VC chat here. Although I will say, I am very surprised I haven't had a person come in and bash me for it yet.
Remember, we're already dead.
Yeah, it's good old autocorrect, Jamie. Alright. We didn't get either of those done, but whatever. Let's see here. We're almost at next experience there. Let's do a... let's actually experience with teddy bears. Oh my god, I can sprint forever. Unplayable. Terrible patch. 0 out of 5. Let's see how painless is with the recoil now. We can bring in painless, we can bring in a backup M4 just for funsies. What? Grillo, baby, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm still not available. Oh well. Which we're gonna stock M4 in for backup, I guess. I have not tried out painless yet this patch. I'm kind of curious how it's gonna feel. I could actually, let's go downtown, or not downtown, but Mesa. This is probably foolish, but we'll see. I want to see the medium mechs fight. Really, is what I'm trying to go for here. It's gonna feel so nice to be able to sprint full again. Might make me a gunhead main. Oh god damn it.
Maintain spacing. The sector ahead contains explosives.
I don't need to. I can just sprint forever now. I don't need to stop. Look at me go. Hello. Up we go. Aha. Subjects, listen to me. You don't need to fight for them. You can fight for me instead. Your master. Teddy bear gunhead. I promise all of you will get teddy bears. Yes? You'll get a teddy bear. You'll get a teddy bear. Follow me, my congregation. Follow me. No, they really are following me. That's nice. Friends, subjects, lend me your ears.
Authorized.
Today is a new day, a new dawn, where you all will get teddy bears. I get the sense you guys want to still maul me to death, and I don't really appreciate that. All right. Oh. Alpha, I haven't had problems with it yet. I was able to do it earlier where I had a few medium mechs die. I was able to drill into them and take their shit. You're going to the innards? Yeah, I mean, that is like the one plus side of like collectibles is like collectibles journals for like ways of giving lore, which like for people who want to learn the lore, they can go into the collectibles and journals and like read the writing. And so like you need to pay a writer to write the lore, right? But you don't need to have to like hire a voice actor or do that all that good shit. And like for the people who don't care, they can just move on. I like collectibles in that regard. It's a good way of like for people who do care, giving them something to go for or do. He's going to innards. All right, is there a mom here? There's certainly a dog.
Threat removal imminent.
There should be one more usually over here too. Bomber? I want there to be AA guns so damn bad. Nothing would be more peak than seeing a bomber get shot down. It has it impacts the ground, and like a bunch of like cyborgs start crawling out from it. All right, there's grabber number 2. Which one is that? Yeah, sometimes you only get one, sometimes you get 2, sometimes you get moms, sometimes you don't get moms. But no, there's always, like, the one that's a guaranteed, I feel like is always the one over here on the road is a guaranteed. The one over here in the field is much less, or much more random, it feels like. I haven't gotten a lot of night shift maces, though, so it's been a while. Oh, it's a third grabber. That feels cursed. Wait, why am I'm gunhead, I can sprint around. What am I doing? I have the speed. I don't need to go slow. I'm gunhead.
Contact.
You know, for a night shift, there's quite a few Euruscans around here. What? Let me up.
Threat removal imminent.
I think it's trying to attack the turret, I think. I'll take that as a thing I should leave. You were aggroed on the turret. You were aggroed on the turret. I just saw you. You were aggroed on the turret. No, I've noticed that. I need to get a better feeling for it. I think they might have broken. Well, I'll have to play around with it and see. There might be another instance too of just the grabber just doing the old. You ever hear the motto of just like, you know, fix a bug, add a bug, or fix a bug and add 2 bugs? I wonder if they reintroduced the issue with gunhead sync kills. This is actually a pretty easy test to do though, I will say, actually. If this is broken again, they're gonna probably mauled so hard. Understandably so. But there's a good test I have for this, I think, to see if the gunhead or if the dog is back to its old ways.
I am the conduit. The human is the hand. Initiated protocol 726.
All right. I forgot fall damage is a lot too. I should have jumped. I'm thinking of old fall damage where it doesn't stagger you and do like 5 million damage. You can't get away with jumping like that anymore. Like back in the day, that's like 100, 200 damage right there, but now it's like half your HP at least. Yeah, RPKs will do that. Take 2. I mean, I feel like you can say that basically about every map, though. Yeah, the fall damage is really brutal, and the RPKs are like the high. It's weird. I don't know. I am not sure how they did the damage calculations on their guns, but like in comparison to most enemies, the RPK is absolutely jacked. Yeah, we took like almost like 750, 1,000-ish damage, and the knockdown of the stagger too. But it's important I get below 2k HP so I can test this properly though too. All right, so there's a threshold over here, right? That the dog has a lot of issues crossing, but back in the day, it would grab you through this threshold and still sync kill you, and so. I'm gonna stand on the opposite side of this threshold here and hopefully see if the dog is back to its old ways of grabbing you from very far away. Okay, that door is closed. That's good. Is this door over here closed also? I don't want to aggro any of the soldiers. It is also closed. So yeah, we are perfectly fine. The soldiers can't push us. So the dog, for some reason, cannot cross this barrier, this doorway, which they've seemingly just never fixed. But like back in the previous patches, it would sometimes grab you through the doorway and sink kill you through it. So I'm trying to like basically see if the dog has its old bug back, where essentially it mauls you. Don't take the sound as a factor that it's not aggroed anymore. The sound can be very misleading. It did just teleport, as you just saw. I think it teleported down there. Yeah, it teleported down there. So it still has its teleport back in its back pocket still. And now it's teleported again somewhere. I mean, Evan, we're just playing around for that exact purpose, right? It seems like the dog might be back up to its old tricks. We're trying to see if that's actually the case. Mr. Dog? So I think it was there, but just teleported again. So yeah, you can see like for it's doing this very weird thing where it's teleporting around. So it's kind of up to its old tricks again. It might just be a quirk on this map though, because it does have the issues of pathfinding on this map, but it hasn't grabbed us to the threshold yet, which is a good sign. Let's just play and see what happens if we just walk around for a bit. If it like just suddenly just goes full bore us and wipes us out from the side. Ooh, gotcha. Like right now it's saying that it's not aggro, but it's definitely acting like it's aggroed too. Okay, no, that's what's going on. Okay, the UI indicator on the grabber is not, I would say, not accurate, or rather it's misleading. I guess the question mark does have enemy infantry go investigate you, but just in a much slower way. It doesn't feel, it feels a bit different, right? So that basically means if it's ever question marked or exclamation, like if it's aware of you at all, basically it seems to go straight at you. It's got that omniscience to it, right? The enemy NPCs do the same thing, where if they have a question mark, they move toward you, but because they're slower, it's not as egregious. But you can see right there, for example, the grabber had a question mark, which means it shouldn't know exactly where we are, it's just aware of something, but it was moving straight toward us. So I'm guessing that's where the pain point's coming in from, is that's why we got sideswiped by a few grabbers sometimes, is it just seems to be doing very aggressive search behavior, I guess. That doesn't work the same way as other infantry, it feels like. At least that's my read on it. No, yeah, no, it's got a lot of things like that for sure, where it doesn't feel exactly fair. And it feels like the hand wave is because it's not supposed to be fair. But fair and fun are unfair and fun are like unfair and hard are two different things. Sometimes they can be the same, but usually they're not exactly the same. Yeah, back in the day, what's it called? Back in the day, what's it called? Drones were supposed to be more of like investigate or alert units and not have guns on them. And you can kind of see that, right? Because the drones don't have model guns on them. All of the drones just spawn bullets in their center mass, basically.
I don't have a good feeling.
All right, so, okay. Commander's over there. Pyro is somewhere. Yeah, but like... I kind of get that, Pixel. At the same time, though, right? It gets... A cheap death is still a cheap death, right? And it's not like, it's not Pixel, like, for example, in the OG Dark Souls, right? There's lots of situations or areas of, like, relatively cheap deaths in, like, the very early Dark Souls, and even other Dark Souls, like, where you get ambushed or, like, just tricks the game plays on you. But, like, those are things where you learn, and those tricks no longer get you, right? In this, though, there's not really any behavior you can learn to, like, ungimmick the grabber, right? It's just sometimes it's just you're gonna get kind of unlucky. And the beauty in Tarkov of, right, is that, like, because it's PvP, it kind of applies to everyone. But this game is PvE, so it only really applies to you. I've played Dark Souls. It's been a second. But yeah, I've played Dark Souls. I've played 1, I've played 3. I played bits of 2. I didn't play the entirety of 2.
Don't miss. Make every shot count.
I played Elden Ring. Oh god, that's a lot of aggro. I didn't play Night Rain, because I don't really fuck with Night Rain. Alright, that was a commander. Now I need Pyro. You may or may not already be dead.
As perfect a day as any.
Hey, stop that. Being very rude. That sounds like a grenade launcher to me. Did he just blow himself up? Or is he in the ground? Pyro? He is 100% in the ground. You can hear him shooting.
Enemy contact. Not sure where.
Pyro. Oh, hey. Got him. To be fair, I will say that is one way of protecting Pyro from getting killed. Just throw him in a bunker. It's also a good way too, right? Of like, honestly, like they've done it a few times now. Not sure if intentional, but like spawning things outside the map you have to kill or outside the playable area for the player you have to kill is a good way of having enemies with cool shit you can't necessarily get. Like a grenade launcher and so on and so forth. Or like an NTW sniper rifle.
As long as I'm the last one standing.
See, Jacob. Yeah, the stream will probably be like another 30 minutes to an hour, and I'll probably go play PoE 2. Unless you guys want to watch me play PoE 2, I'm not a very good PoE. I mean, like, I'm not a great PoE 2 player, to be quite frank.
As long as I'm the last one standing.
I'm perfectly adequate. Though I'm not sure how, like, the leagues are always a bit sus though too, right? Stop it, leave me alone, drone. I said the opposite, drone. I will say, I do not necessarily think I think stamina might affect your weapon sway a bit too aggressively. I think having stamina be like, having a small pool of stamina and having it affect so much feels like it's a resource you should literally never use. Because the implication of you not having it is too great. I like PoE, like it feels like a small niche for me. I'm not like a giant PoE 2 crazy fan, but I'll usually play like a league for a bit. I will gas out before like the super endgame, at least in PoE 1, I would gas out before the super endgame. Well, you don't have to use that resource, I would say, except for like mantling, right, or jumping. Like, sprinting is an option, right? You don't have to do it. Especially when the downsides for being, like, especially when considering that it's usually pretty slow, or you don't have a lot of it when you have lots of stuff in your capacity or in your rig. Like, if you can only sprint for 3 to 4 seconds, right, when you're laden, there's not really any point in sprinting at all anyway. Yeah, it can be a lot of math, J-Mame. Alright, let's see. I'm doing Babel, I'm doing the sniper quest. What do I have weapon-wise right now? I haven't gotten a sniper rifle yet. I don't think I can buy one of these. It's all quest items, if I recall correctly. And I think the SVD starts with no sight other than irons. I could just bring a grenade launcher and solve the issue. Actually, I just prestiged up, so that's not a thing. I guess RPK it is then. Let me change out though to a different different scope. The meme scope. I might need to go over to AK though, actually. I'm kind of getting low on ammo. Yeah, my only problem with PoE 2 so far has been, I'm hoping this new league fixes it. My biggest problem with PoE 2 though was that melee was absolutely dog shit. At least in the 2 leagues so far, right? It has been like, you should just not, don't do it. Don't play a melee character. You're causing yourself pain and suffering. I played Merc on the first expansion, or the first PoE to launch, and I played the Ranger, the Javelin Ranger, whatever it's called, Spear Ranger, after that. And it's basically just did what everyone else did and spam Lightning Spear. His Lightning Spear is OP as shit. Or rather, it was the only skill that felt like good without having to do lots of, like, PoE 2 does this thing, right, where you need to like chain skills together. And like Lightning Spear, you just didn't have to do that. See, Jamie? It was very nice. Just hit Q or whatever your button was for Lightning Spear and just wipe a whole entire fucking like map. Ooh, nighttime.
Just one more run.
Is that gonna make the sniper harder to find? Maybe.
I think they spotted us. That's it for us.
Hello. Damn it. Let me go find the sniper. Don't mind me.
As perfect a day as any.
All right, Mr. Sniper. He's usually always up here somewhere.
Keep it together, man. Keep it together.
Oh, there's the light. Okay. See, so he's up there. Is that him? It looks like him. There he is. Hiding? He's trying to aim over the wall, but can't. There we go.
I think they spotted us. That's it for us.
Oh, what's going on there? That's kind of cursed. There we go. Rip his kneecaps. Alright, I think you get your tissue samples, right? It's usually these riders, I think. It's someone else. Certainly not you. Holy shit, this guy was fucking ammo factory, my god.
Eyes on us. Spread out.
Alright, safety. Show me tissue sample. No?
This is it. We decide what happens next.
Are these cultists or are they... I don't think they're cultists, I think they're actually like the riders. Hey!
Enemy contact.
Simmer down. Even in nighttime, we can't escape the drones. Alright, we're good. Is the drone threat over? Yeah, as we know it's not. It's never ending. Pop some. Oh my god, there's more of them are spawning. Make it stop. Why are there so many fucking drones? I thought we talked about this. That's gonna kill me. Yep. I got just threw a grenade by accident that had a large knockdown radius, and then why are there so many drones? Why is night shift no different from day shift? Why are there so many fucking drones? Why do they respond so quickly? There's so many. And they're so tanky. And they do so much fucking damage. And they don't even have a modeled gun on them. Where's the gun, fun dog? Where's the gun? Oh, we can go back to the regular RPK. You didn't miss much. It's just the dark version of regular Babel. The spawns are the exact goddamn same. Infinite drones. Should I just like meme and just like fucking just jack up myself? Like, oh yeah, let's just do that. I can solve this problem through science, I think. No, probably not, just because yeah. I mean, FPV drones are vulnerable to jamming, right? That's why so many of them run up, like, on fiber optic now.
Keep a record in the event of my death.
Can I overdose? I wonder if it builds up. Can I use, like, I wonder if it... Hold on. Do they stack? I highly doubt they stack. It probably just replaces the yield effect. Yeah, it just replaces the yield effect. I wonder if, like, just like medkits, you should be able to use the med, like, I feel like you should be able to sprint with these too. I don't know. That's not how Fent works. Fent is a very, very heavy downer. Phenitol is such a downer that the reason why it kills people is it basically shuts off your brain's, like, innate ability to breathe. So, like, when you go unconscious or you're sleeping, your brain takes over and tells you to breathe. It does that automatically for you. Fent shuts that off, and so like in different, like, in enough capacity, Phenitol will shut that off, and so you basically forget to breathe.
Hey, this gear is delicate. I need time to sort.
So this is, I guess, the more equivalent thing would be like PCP, or like just meth, really. Good old combat meth. I mean, they don't last that long either, though. Or I'm sure they've already heard, you are welcome. Now you know how Fent works. Congratulations. No, it's why Fent is so dangerous too, because it does that in very small doses. I have great news. I have gigabit down, Jay. I might take a break for a bit too and go get some food and drinks, so it might be a bit before if I'm back online or not. I need to acquire items. Dude, friggin' not even drones have the zoomies, enemies have the zoomies. Fuck you, drone. Fuck you, drone. Fuck you, drone. Anyway. Catharsis.
You got some sort of plan?
Anyway. Yay. That's generally how I play. It's just easier to do it that way. Oh no, stealth, I would consider, like quite a few things in the game, I would consider stealth in this game a trap. Trying to stealth in this game is like just, it's not a question of, it's a question of basically when are you gonna get noticed. It's not if you are gonna be noticed. I haven't seen Captain Jen in a while. Let's go say hi to Captain Jen. It's been a hot second. No, we still need to do that. I haven't seen, after we get Rat King, or not Rat King, I would get Captain Chen for a bit. We'll go over to Mesa and try to get Ureska and Europa to fight. So I haven't seen it yet either, so I'm interested. Oh, this is super cursed.
In the event of my death.
It's partially, it's a lot of different things, right, Adri? It's part of it that is like maps are very dense, full of enemies. Part of it's the respawns too, so enemies respawn very quickly. Part of it's too because the enemies respawn in a local area around you. They do not spawn on the entirety of the map because it would not run well because they spawn lots of enemies on maps if they would. Yeah. And you're like in your local area, they will spawn lots of enemies. If they did that throughout the entire map, the map would be not very performative. So like, for all those reasons, just like, eventually you will, and the perception's high too, like visual perception has been increased at this point, so if they have line of sight of you, even if it's pretty far away or decently far away, they will still notice you over time.
I think they spotted us. That's it for us.
Sound effects cool at least. Hey. Stop that.
Full of bad people.
So many scramblers, my god. I mean, you can. If it's too cursed, I might not respond to it, but you certainly can. Yeah, much more Tarkov than MSG, yeah. They don't have, like, the actual blown-out systems for, like, an MSG types or MGS type stealth, right? Because those actually have like stealth mechanics and gameplay that are actually like gamified out. There he goes. So thankfully the shield officer can't really get us up here. He doesn't have great pathing for up here. The problem is when I step down to the ground, he might just teleport next to me and kill me.
As long as I'm the last one standing.
So many drones. Hey, Imp. Wait, what? That's kind of lame. That felt like it was way too quick. I know it's a sync kill, but like, that's a very fast sync kill in my opinion. Yeah, it grabbed me and it put me through a wall. No, yeah. It is what it is. Not a big fan. Alright, let's go see some sync kills though between actual enemies. And like, the enemies versus enemies is like where it's supposed to actually be. Usually Viz, I would say, like, it doesn't usually happen that quickly for me. So like you can DPS check it right before it gets to you, but I'm guessing because I had it wound up. I don't, yeah, blood bandit, because usually they don't grab you that quickly. That was a very quick grab. I guess it's proximity based, I guess, knock on wood. But like I peeked out of cover and started laying into it with 50 cal. I'm kind of curious though, like, so from my perspective, right, if I peek from cover and start shooting at it immediately with one of the best damaging guns in the game that's not just instant high damage like a grenade launcher, I feel like I should win that fight, right? Like from a logical point of view, I'm using like one of the highest damaging guns in the game, and I'm peeking from cover and shooting it, but before I can kill it with my pretty high time to kill, or my pretty quick time to kill, right, considering using 50 cal, it's able to grab me and sync kill me, and I don't have a recourse around that. No, there's the grabber, the Orgamech, and I think the Orgamechs and Toothy have their own too, but they're just very rare, because they usually end up killing you with various other means. And to be fair, I would just honestly preface this with just, I just do not like the drones in this game. If you're gonna have the drones have machine guns on them, model the fucking machine guns and give them a cone. No, I mean, I've told them stagger's bad. The problem is this, right? The way they're currently approaching stuff like that is very binary, and when it's binary, right, it doesn't feel remotely interesting at all. That's also correct too, Pixel. It did have to go to the wall to do that to me, right, also? But like in a perfect world, right? Like if there was a recourse to that, like your teammates could shoot the thing, I mean, it'd be nice, but I don't know. It's just, I don't like how a lot of their systems are very black and white. Just like silencers, right? Gar, so you're seeing a few things. The one thing is I'm playing on 60% scaling. So like it's going to be blurrier than if I play native. So I am playing, even before you see it on YouTube or wherever you're watching from, I'm already doing scaling it down on my personal machine to be a little bit more blurrier so I get better performance. Second thing is you're going to be seeing it through compression. So like it usually should be decent quality still, but like it is going to look blurrier to you than the actual game is. Like distant LODs, like I would say that the biggest problem with distant like things is they get very dark and they turn into a silhouette. And like it's not always the case, right? But like you can see, for example, the T90 over there, it's just kind of a dark blob. I have a 5000X, so 5800X and a 3080. Unfortunately, I haven't seen any Eurusca mechs like recently. I keep getting Europa mechs, but no Eurusca mechs. No, yeah, like Viz, it felt so very fast that time. Like usually I'm not very worried about the grab because the grab doesn't really happen unless you're like you get very distracted by other enemies, which seems like a perfectly fair reason for the grab, right? Like the grab is there to induce stress on you when you're currently fighting something else. That just felt weird. It's fine, Survivor. It's a bunch of systems that need to be tuned, basically. But, like, they needed to exist in some capacity. Hey, game. I mean, game, like I said, like, my schedule's kind of wonky for the next few weeks until I get an idea of, like, how it's gonna pan out. So, like, I have to figure out classes, or, like, classes make it where I can't really stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I can kind of maybe stream Tuesday, but that's kind of sketchy. Then I have other stuff going on sometimes during the day. Then I have the issue we had yesterday, game shift, with internet being kind of dead during the day. So like I kind of just have to figure out where I can stream, like squeeze streams in. No, Survivor, that's what we're kind of trying to do right now with Mesa. We just can't get the Eurusca mechs to spawn. That's what we're currently trying to do. Thanks, Gar. Appreciate it. No problem. Oh, Gar, no, they have fixed it. They have fixed, like, so I know what you were talking about. When you were far away, for example, the animations would turn into a PowerPoint. They fixed that a couple patches ago. So like the distant LOD animations are very good now, like 'cause it's just playing it at full rate, if not full rate. So like the PowerPoint issue for enemy animations at a distance has been fixed. As you can kind of see, right? Like back in the day, that would be so chunky. Yeah, it feels like the AI for the Stillwalker's not there exactly yet. It feels like it doesn't really shoot its ATGMs very well. Helicopter, helicopter. Okay, maybe the rocket impulse shouldn't be that great. I would have preferred a knockdown there, to be honest. Once again, they've added lots of stuff that needs lots of tuning. No, yeah, the helicopter will do that a lot. It will spawn the ground or move to inside the ground. It has its issues. Anyway, back to trying to view sync kills. Now, I'm fine with it. I think it's overtuned right now, but that might be because of a bug. There's a real good chance weight might be bugged right now. Alright, run it back. I'm not in love with the system, but I know that it needs to exist to slow down the game, but I do think it's overtuned. And it's like, it could be a thing too, right, where they just need to add more support features for it along the way, or just more nuance. Like, the problem with a lot of their systems is that a lot of their systems are very binary, right? They're very black and white. They don't do a very good job of, like, making them scale, right? Or making them actually have some nuance in between the black and the white, some grays. Hey, Michael, it's going well. We're trying to see the sync kills between. There we go. There's one. That should be a good sign. All right, we just need the other half. Watch the other half not be here. Listen, guys, I need you guys to coordinate for me. I need you to both show up at the same time. Why can't you just both show up at the same time? Alright, run it back. Yeah, you can loot a lot of their stuff now. The question is getting them to both spawn at the same damn time. Anyway, let me just grab a few things and leave. Maybe if I get a Europa medium mech HK, I can get them to fight then.
Hey, I live for this. Please, give me time.
Any backpack that has more than one slot. So basically, anything outside the stealth backpack, the enhanced backpack, I think, only has one slot, or the, essentially for every container slot your backpack has, it's multiplying by the weight by the number of containers. So say, for example, you have an item that's 1 kilograms and your container has 4 slots, it now weighs 4 kilograms. Now, once again, I do not know if it's a UI bug or an actual weight bug. It could just be the UI value being wrong, right? But if it wasn't just the UI value being wrong, it was the actual weight being wrong, it could help explain why stamina feels really bad, because you get overweight very quickly. I'm not sure how it affects the rack, to be honest. I don't know how it affects large item slots. I only know the container slots. What did I do? I didn't do anything. I mean, to be fair, like, one of the biggest complaints they've said they've received is performance, Gary, and so they've been constantly, like, they have an engineer who could be doing other things, whose sole purpose is basically to just do performance stuff. So, like, oh yeah, no, you're good. I'm happy it's running better for you. It's always going to be like hit or miss depending on your specs of your machine, but they are genuinely trying to make it better. It is something they've spent a lot of time on, and you can kind of see it. Hello. Yoink.
As perfect a day as any. Eyes on us. Spread out.
I don't feel so very safe. And I will say too, the part of the problem of having enemies spawn only around the player, it feels kind of cheap, right? When you only ever see enemies spawn around you. Like, for example, right there, like, if the drones were around the bridge already, it'd feel a bit different. But instead, they just spawned and descended down upon us. It felt, like, kind of gamey, right? Like, scriptedencounter.exe. Downtown is rough, but I'm sure they'll get to it in time. But I imagine the problem with downtown is the areas are so detailed that they're probably having to do like loading and unloading while you're in downtown. All right, show me. All right, we had one medium mech. We've had the other medium mech. Now we just need to get them combined together on the same map at the same time. Also, let me rig drills. Give drills. Michael, I'm on a fresh account right now.
Wake up, rinse and repeat. Stay.
All right, both sides. All right, check box 1.
This is it.
We have Europe and medium mechs. Scorched might be a better option too. It is easier to get probably more reps on Scorched, but I will say this map does give you a better vantage point. I got bad news. I'm not sure if they're here or not. I don't think they're here. God, so much fall damage now. Yeah, Michael, I did. Yeah, this is a wash. Yeah, the impulses are cool, right? But I would say, yeah. I don't know, it is a bit rough. All right, run it back.
Trying to carefully extract.
But be very careful now because pneumatic jump will damage you if you land evenly. Like if I jump up right now and land on the same level, I will take damage. Well, fruit par, you've never been hungry enough. No, yeah, the pneumatic jump is very, very concerning now. It doesn't, but like we've had this bug before, so I'm curious. It just feels like it's been reintroduced. We'll have to see if they change it back or not. Fall damage is very aggressive right now. I'm actually kind of curious. I wonder if they ruined my fun. Oh, helicopter?
Let's move.
Yeah, helicopter. Shoot them! You have a giant gun! Shoot the helicopter! I think they did it. I noticed it earlier. I was hesitant to believe it. They removed the collision on the Scar. Those absolute jerks. Technically speaking, if I wait here long enough, that should kill these guys, right? Nah. We're here for the sync kills. Fun Dog is very anti-fun. There it goes, they're shooting their main guns now. I feel like they should definitely shoot choppers though with their main gun, if they could. Hey.
We decide what happens next.
It did not know fruit. I tried it earlier. It doesn't know. That would kind of raise the concern to me, right? As I saw a destroyed mech, and I was able to just walk through the Scar. That's kind of what got me on that train of thought, right? It was like, okay, so maybe they don't have collision anymore at all, too, even when the unit's alive.
As long as I'm the last one standing.
God, that's dead with a train. Oh, Michael, you're familiar with the weight bug, right? The weight in the game is bugged. This is not 113 kill. Like this is a fourth of that.
Eyes on us. Spread out.
So divide 113 by 4. That's our actual weight.
Always a pleasure, folks.
I mean, it's been a bug for a while, Michael. It's been a bug for like literally probably like 8-9 months at this point. It just hasn't mattered at all because nothing used weight before. It's been bugged for a good chunk of change. All right, I need bullet, and we're gonna see both now. We're gonna see both sides. We're gonna see both of them, okay? This is a promise that I'm not going to be able to hold. But essentially, Michael, the weight of your item and your containers multiplied by the number of containers your rig has. At least the regular containers, right? Not the large item slots. So for example, with equipment runners, just multiply your weight by 4. Or rather, it's being multiplied by 4, essentially. God damn it.
Just one more run. Just one more.
This isn't right at all. Why do you only show up when I don't want you to show up, night shift? I'll beg and moan for an actual night shift during regular days, and you never come. But then, I don't want you, and then you come.
Eyes on us. Spread out.
Michael, I'm sure it's an easy fix for them. I'm sure they can find it. It should be a very easy bug for them to solve. Alright, I feel better now. Holy shit, there's fucking 3 of them. What is this, like a mom gang? Ow.
Signs point to death here.
Yep. You know what? Actually, okay, I understand now. I think I know why they did what they did. I get it now. I think I know why they added fall damage to the pneumatic jump. I'm safe here, you can't get me. This is my timeout zone. Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the Church of Masked Man. Everyone take a seat. I said take a seat! Not what, no, I said take a seat! Okay. So, I think I understand why they added fall damage to pneumatic jump. I don't know if they watch the streams, but one of my favorite things to do to just like say avoid the grabber or cyborgs is just to spam pneumatic jump. I'm kind of curious if this was a very knee-jerk way of solving that. Was that you just make pneumatic jump stagger you and take damage when you fall. I'm not saying that's the case, but I kind of understand why it's the case, even though I don't agree with it. There's other ways of doing it. I feel like that would be perfectly fine. Like just adding a cooldown. Like, just add a cooldown. Just add a cooldown. What do I got? There we go. 3rd time's the charm, right? Or whatever fucking time we're on currently. I mean, I can't afford. Come on here. We can fix this. Let's see here. Back to Mesa. All right, medium mechs on both sides. God fucking damn it. Really?
Now it's breathe.
Back to back?
But the mask helps.
Don't worry, we've learned from our mistakes last time. I now know the proper play pattern. I know where to go, I think.
Eyes on us. Spread out.
No. Bounce. There we go. Fuck off, cyborgs. Is your mom here? Might not be spawned yet. I'm only playing solo right now. I'm not gonna play peer-to-peer dark. Yeah, that tracks. Peer-to-peer is a little rough. No moms today, unfortunately. Hello, gang. How's it going? Whenever they fix peer-to-peer, which I would say don't hold your breath. Yeah, no moms today, unfortunately. Yeah, they don't always spawn. They usually always spawn in here, but that's not guaranteed. So as long as I go up, I'm okay, right? I just gotta make sure I go uphill. As long as I keep going up. Ow. Come on, cyborgs. All right, there we go. Using to restart your game pointless. I don't know how to reproduce it. It just happens occasionally. You have to restart your entire game though for it to fix. You'll still have your weight. You'll still like it'll happen to a few different UI elements occasionally. Sometimes it'll happen to your HP. Sometimes it'll be your weight. But all you need to do is restart your entire game. You'll still have that weight. You'll still have the HP. You just won't be able to see it until you restart. Dark, there is an LFG channel, by the way, on the official Discord. So if you join the official Discord, you can go through the steps of like looking for LFG on there. Yeah, I've had it happen to like weight and HP before. I don't know, like I said, I don't know what, like how it, like why it happens sometimes. It just seems to like be over, like if you play for a prolonged period, eventually you'll eventually get it. It's kind of weird like that.
Don't miss. Make every shot count.
Didn't actually mean to use that. Do I not have drills? Guess I forgot my drills. I would agree for power. I would be perfectly fine with a gunhead being immune to fall damage. I would be so on board with that. So on board. I might have my hidden agenda reasons why, but I would be so on board. Vendors. 545. I need to sell a few things. Let me out back. I have a M249. Have some M60s. Just give me bullets. All right, 545. All right, sync kills. All right, thank God.
Wake up.
Currently, healing animations cannot be canceled. I will let you in a little secret, though. I have noticed with at least stagger, if you're willing to pop a med kit, it will get you out of that stagger immediately. Knockdown's a different story. All right, we have half the puzzle. Do we have the other half of the puzzle? It's looking like no. Game's rigged.
Huh? I think they spotted us. That's it for us.
Hey.
Miscalculated.
So unlucky. So thoroughly unlucky. I know so I'm pretty sure they currently do all consumables, Michael. All consumables. So right now I'm pretty sure they do the map spawns on map loads. Like so once you load into a map, the spawns that will happen in game are like set up and configured, and they can't deviate from that. I would love to see if they could do some like dynamic system. It would probably require a lot of back end work on their part, which is probably not worth the effort considering 3 engineers. But it would be cool to be able to sit onto a map and see things progress or change over time, at least on a small scale. All right, I think I got one more attempt in me to get this to work. Helicopter! Oh God! Oh God!
I think they spotted us. That's it for us.
All right, come on, Mr. Helicopter. Did it just go? It's gone. All right, it's gone. Oh. Alright, we're good. Yeah, it's hit or miss. It predominantly goes into the ground. I'm guessing it's some issue with the nav mesh where, like, you have the... I'm guessing it has the... I don't know how they do the nav meshes in this game, but, like, if it's using the same ground nav mesh as anything else, maybe that's the issue. Maybe it wants its own. I imagine they'll probably end up fixing it when they do like an actual work on the helicopters or aerial units, because they haven't done that yet, right? Helicopters haven't changed at all really since launch. I've heard good things, not great. I mean, like, I'm not to the point where I am CPU bound, so not a lot of things are going to give me lots of uplift, but I've heard good things for different people. Yeah, there's usually always all cyborgs in this extract.
Well, at least we made it.
All right, let's run it back. This is the last chance to see if we can get both Yuruska and Eurasia to spawn. Or sorry, Yuruska and Europa to spawn with both their mechs. The last chance. What should be a night shift again? God fucking damn it.
I don't have a good feeling.
I will have my revenge. Night shifts only happen when I don't want them to happen. Fun Dog is pulling the strings back there. Sir, it's not Fun Dog. It's you know who, the boogeyman. The boogie that's back there pulling the strings, telling Fun Dog what to do. Anyway. Boop 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 boop. Okay, okay, so I'm guessing they just drew... I wonder if there's an actual Z height to that. I wonder... Okay, we're gonna do one more, because that was quick. I'm kind of curious if those have infinite Z height now. Basically, essentially, like, infinite heights, no matter what, as long as they're within, like, a certain width of you, they're going to kill you with that. Me run out of bullet. Or rather, gun. Also bullet. Hold on. Then drills. Alright, we're good. Yeah, I've noticed it too, at least on the stomping Captain Chinny Orgamex guys, is that their radius on their stomps is pretty brutal. To the point where it doesn't feel attached. I mean, it is a very ham-fisted way of a solution to the rock problem, but it doesn't feel good.
Gotta keep a record in the event of my death.
Alright, I don't see mechs on the right. Sometimes they spawn late, though, I will say. I hear mech on the left. Could be Toothy. I'm doing well, Delta. How are you? What the?
Whittle them down and we can break
What the fuck was that? Okay, that's Rakang. That might be a free codex, though, I will say. The tank should shoot him. Lewis, you're asking the real questions, actually. This might take a while, though, I will say. I'm not sure how much damage the tanks actually do.
Too much heat. Should keep it.
Let's go down to the ground floor, at least. Eventually it should die. The tanks respawn pretty aggressively, and it's getting shot by both sides. Hey. Oh wow, that poor guy just got squished. Well, it's more Adri. If I kill Rat King, people get kind of upset, despite Rat King deserving it. Is that the helicopter shooting? What the hell's going on right now? What am I hearing? Come on, tanks, hurry up. Kill the Rat King, tanks. I believe in you. I'm just go down to the ground floor. By the time we get down there, he'll be dead. If not, we can make it happen. Rat King absolutely deserves everything bad that comes to him. Yes. When was the last time Rat King ever did anything for you?
This is it. We decide what happens next.
But why should I do anything for Rat King? What is Rat King worthy of doing anything for? Get him, boys. Fuck him up. Come on, tanks, do your job. Who do I need to kill for you to do your job?
This is it. We decide what
It's
happens
beautiful.
next.
Anyway. Boop doop boop 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 boop. Boop 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 boop. Let's go ahead and get the drill. Hello, container. Boop. Oh, you can actually loot the rifle though. Okay, shit. This is my scrap, not your scrap. Go away. Oh god. Invulnerable cyborg, invulnerable cyborg. It's been a while since I've seen one of those. It happens sometimes. There's an occasional bug where like you'll get basically unkillable cyborg. It's probably just some weird thing where its hitbox is not synced. Who just shot me? Stay away, my container. A beautiful codex.
He'll be too busy eating something else.
Hunter killer's been deployed. Okay. Probably time to leave. It's still T-posing. Hey! Alright, who do we got? Oh, it's an Orgamac. That's nice. He's gonna menacingly walk toward me slowly. I don't think anyone has the stamina to do that except for maybe Gunhead. Now we got the lovely Orgamac, who will just menacingly walk toward us for the rest of the map.
Settle them down and we can break out.
But honestly, like, shouldn't he be happy? I just killed a medium mech for him. Yeah, essentially. The immortal snail.
Eyes on us. Spread out.
The slow immortal snail. I'm not loving this. I don't do bad actually clear them out. Alright, time to leave. I do. Good for sure. I think him having infinite stamina is like makes him even more like perfectly fine.
Getting there. Slowly but surely.
Ah, a beautiful codex.
Something at least.
I will say though, I feel like it's dirty to sell a Rat King Codex to someone who really appreciates its value, because it's really not worth anything, because it's the Rat King, right? So I think a fair price for it's probably what Bunko pays for this. If even that. I think Bunko's probably still overpaying. Alright, that's it for today, everyone. I will see you guys again sometime next week. I doubt I'll stream this Wednesday, or this weekend. Maybe I will. I'll try to get out the patch video, I think, this weekend instead. I might be back later for Path of Exile 2. I got some other stuff to do first, but I may or may not be back. You'll see me go live again if I do. But anyway, take it easy, guys. Have a good weekend. Have a good long weekend if you're American, because Labor Day. Otherwise, I will see you guys next week. Bye all.